Doga with Danielle here. Hope you're all feeling fabulous. So glad to have you back. Thought I would take today as a day of reflection over the past couple of chats that we've had with regards to the 8 limbs of yoga, because there was quite a bit of information to absorb there, and would probably still take a lot of going over to absorb it fully. So I thought we'd start with, what do these principles show us? Firstly, it asks us to lead by example. If we were to use a yamas as our guide on this, for example, the non-violence, the non-stealing, how we project ourselves outwardly towards the world, in other words, what we give to the world. Then on the other side of that was the niyamas, which asks us to turn our observations inwards. Are we doing or acting in accordance with our own personal values? So on one side, what we're giving out to the world, the yamas, and on the other side, the niyamas, what are we serving ourselves best with? And so ultimately, we are here as an act of service each day. Then the other 6 limbs I reflected upon and thought that they were possibly what we would call the tools. So 6 limbs would be our tools to utilize through our life at varying points, depending on what the need is at the time. So if you needed to contemplate a decision, you may use meditation. If you needed to calm and still yourself internally because of anxiety, you may use breath work. And if you needed to run off some energy and flow through some kind of emotion, you may use the asanas, the postures and the movement. However, you may just jump in there and use all 3. However, it's not just for the mat. These are tools for the journey through life, so they could be used at any point. So, for example, I'm actually here at work now and taking some time out to be with you guys, but I could also be using that to meditate, or maybe to give myself a little fiery breath work to pep myself for the next round of work this afternoon. So as I said, again, these are not just for on the mat, these are the tools through life. So I guess ultimately it reminds us that through it all, health is wealth. Without health, there is nothing. We can't then go on and do all the other things that we want to achieve in life. Ultimately, you have to have health. Peace of mind is happiness. That's where you will find contentment, I believe. Once you have peace of mind within yourself, how you're acting outwardly, how you're acting inwardly, that should bring a centering. And along with that should come that inner happiness. Also, home is always there within us. We look to other outside sources for home. However, there is only one person who will never leave you, and that is yourself. So happiness, peace of mind, values, etc. must all begin from within. Like the foundation, I guess, like a tree rooted firmly, but then branching out to supply life force energy from within. Again, values from within, branching out, what are we projecting outwardly? Then from us extends our world, and our impact will be on what our impact will be while we journey through our life of purpose. So if you then believe in, say, karmic energy, which is another thing that we could possibly touch base on, you get back what you put out. And that is, I guess, the underlying life force premise underneath this all. So then this then also extends into our connection with all that surrounds us. If we are to take on the premise of karmic energy and what life force energy is, then the universal force guiding us daily, and when we tap into this world, vibrates at a higher frequency together. So again, an impact on our world together. So having taken that all into account, it did come to my attention that I haven't shown you one thing that we do tend to finish a practice with generally, and it's quite a humble thing to do, I believe, but it's also a way of giving thanks and bringing ourselves again back to center just reminding ourselves of the fact that there is a bigger life force energy out there, and that we're just going to use that life force energy to channel through us and bring us into the balance of where we are today. So I'm not going to give you a posture to do that with, obviously, because then I'd have to move the camera around. Now I'm just nipping in quickly while I'm at work. But if you could just imagine yourself, or you can do it, it's up to you. You can, put yourself in the mountain pose. So actually, maybe I will do that quickly if you bear with me, and then I'll turn the camera around and hopefully we can do that. Okay, so you can't see all of me, but my feet are firmly rooted to the ground here right now, but I'm pushing up through the thighs, giving it a big stretch up. So we're going to breathe in as we do it. And we can breathe in again. And as we bring it down, bring our palms together, pull that through center, align that with our heart, and just bow our head. Take a couple of breaths here. And just remember to give thanks for all that is, all that has been, and all that will be. And you could end that with a namaste, which in actual Sanskrit just means I bow to you, because you are bowing. But can also represent peace be with you when you're within the yoga community. It's just to be namaste. Hope that you have a peaceful life. So yeah, that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.